What's up everybody, Captain Gino here. Today we're on the St. Johns River in Astor, Florida. I'm going to be fishing shell bars today. Y'all come along for a ride with me. I'm going to go over my process, how I set up on these shell bars, show you some screenshots of what these shell bars look like. Y'all stay tuned.
Nice one. The other shell bar I was on kind of got depleted. They all got broken up. I idled down the river, found another shell bar. First cast, stuck a nice one. Let's see if we can do it again. All right guys, let's talk a little bit about the setup that I'm using. This particular rod's a Vexen 7-foot medium heavy, but it's got a really nice tip to it. I don't know if you guys can see that. I like a little bit more of a parabolic action for my rod, for my swim bait rod, but you do need something with a little bit of backbone so you can drive the hook in. You know, you don't want to go too long. 7 foot, 7.2 is kind of like the perfect size. Maybe a 7.4 if you're throwing a little bit bigger swim bait. I'm throwing this on 12-pound test. It is a 7:2 gear ratio. I'm using a Gambler Goat jig head that's a 1/4 ounce with a 4/0 hook on a 3.8-inch swim bait. When I line up on these shell bars, I try to get in the deeper water away from where the fish are at and stay about 75 foot from the fish. That seems to be the ideal distance for me when I'm fishing these fish. You don't want to go too far past them and have that line just dragging through them forever. Ideally, you want to drop that bait straight into them and bring it back to the boat. It's a little late in the season. These fish tend to get a little fickle this late in the year. They've been offshore for a long time. Everybody's been fishing them, which is why I'm using more of a finesse presentation. Swim bait, drop shot. Before I leave the shell bar, I will throw a crankbait out there, but these fish have been pressured. It's the river, there's nowhere for them to hide. Everybody's got side scan nowadays, and everybody knows where these fish are at. They've seen a ton of bait, so I try to do something a little bit different and keep it a little more subtle, so that way I don't break these schools up. If you come out here, this time of year, it's late August, and just start throwing crankbaits on these fish, you're gonna end up just breaking the schools up and ruining your shot at catching what was down there. Not always, but often. Digging. Woo, son. I caught fish on that Tennessee melon right away and made several casts and didn't succeed, didn't get another bite. I switched over to a blue pearl red from CPF. Same size, different color, first cast stuck one. It's important to have kind of several different baits you can go through before you leave a shell bar, because not all the same fish are gonna eat the same lure. Sometimes you catch 1 or 2 fish on it, sometimes you catch 5 or 6, sometimes you catch 1 and then you gotta kind of change it to get another bite. But y'all stay tuned, hopefully we can get on some more. was a 4.8 inch CPF Ditto swimmer in sunfish. It's like orange on the bottom, blue, black, and silver on top. That color is not yet available to y'all in that size. I actually talked them into making that size for the Harris chain. That's the size I like to throw on the Harris chain. I wasn't able to get it to hit it today, but there was like 25 fish down there. I caught 2 fish, you know, and I threw both colored swim baits in the 3.8 several times. I caught 1 fish off of each. Drop shot a few times, nothing. Hair jig a few times, nothing. Cranked it a few times, nothing, with 3 different crankbaits. And then picked this big old swim bait up and got that one to eat. If you guys are new to the river and you're looking for shell bars, channel markers are a great place to start. I mean, they mark the edges of the channel, and if you see that the channel turns anywhere, be sure to check both sides of the channel. That's super important. Those are really common areas for shell bars. If it widens up quite a bit, you know, follow that channel around where it widens up. You know, it might not be a drastic ledge, but it'll be enough to get the fish going. It'll help you break down this river. It's super simple. A lot of guys get intimidated by the river, and don't get me wrong, the St. Johns River can be super tough. I grew up on this river, but you don't have to let it beat you. Especially, you know, and my suggestion, if you want to learn the river and get some confidence, is come out during the summertime when these fish are out on these shell bars and they're offshore, and just spend some time idling around. You'll find the shell bars. They're everywhere. I mean, between here and the boat ramp, there's 100 shell bars. You know, and I'm only a couple miles from the boat ramp. There's tons of them. Super easy to find, and you just got to find the one that's got fish on it, the one that's going down. And it's not going to be the same. You know, if you think you're going to go out and find fish on a shell bar and come back tournament day and those fish are going to be there, you might be let down. It's important to get as many shell bars dialed in as you can, so that way when you go and you're like, okay, I'm going to fish shell bars, that's what's going down the river, you have enough shell bars to make those adjustments and find those fish, because they can be here one day and then 3 miles from here the next. All right, y'all, I've been here for an hour. I've only caught 3 fish out of this school, so I'm going to go ahead and idle around. I'm going to see if they're even still there, for one thing. If not, I'm going to start hitting shell bar after shell bar until I find another school. Ooh, son. Second cast with that 3.8 CPF Ditto swimmer, Tennessee Melon. I have the Z-Man Texas Eye little jig head there. Pretty dope little jig head. Cruise down the river, hit a few different shell bars. Third shell bar I pulled up on, just completely loaded. Unfortunately, this is the only one of these I had left. I've been jacking them up on it. I know it seems kind of small, that little 3.8, but these fish cannot resist it. Stud, son. That was my last one in that color. Terrifying. They're choking this thing, guys. Your boy pulled up and found a massive school. Haven't been here in about a month, but I know the shell bars are the deal this time of year. Woo! We're gonna try, this color's dope. This is, we're gonna give this a try. It's Pro Blue Red. It's a Ditto swimmer from CPF. I don't have any of the other colors left, so. Oh no, I got some. Yes! Found a whole nother pack, baby. Woo! Stud too, boy. Woo, son, that's how you get it done right there. Oh, come off. Good. Woo, son, she choked that thing. That was the Pro Blue Red, little sleeper color. This is a pretty long shell bar that I'm on right now, but there's a little like 10-foot area where the majority of the fish are setting up. I mean, they'll move up and down this shell bar, but the sweet spot is a little bit of limestone on that shell bar, a little rough spot, and the bass are just stacked up on it. Big, dude, I mean big. Right there. Woo, son. Little fat thing. Old Tennessee melon on a gambler goat jig head. We're in 10 foot of water on a shell bar. I've seen a couple fish. There was a pile of fish on the first shell bar we stopped on. We got a real late start. We didn't get out here until about 8 o'clock, 8:30, something like that. And the fish were firing on all cylinders. I mean, I was lighting them up every cast. Bam, 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 bam. Bite slowed down and started idling around. The school was pretty much gone. I've idled around, found a couple other schools, but there's only a couple fish in the school. This one here's got like 4 or 5, and they look like a little bit better quality fish. I threw a different swim bait on them. They didn't hit it. I made a few casts. I switched to that one, and they smoked it. That's that particular swim bait's 3.8 inch Tennessee melon. Yeah, CPF. Check them out. Link in the description. sure nobody understands what the red and green marker means, because everybody's going on the right side of the green marker and they're heading away from the sea. The channel's on the other side. Ain't nothing like them river fish either. If y'all ain't been on the St. Johns River and been fishing, these fish are nasty, dude. They're so mean, it's unreal. You catch a 3-pounder, feels like a 5-pounder. Jokers will take your arm off. Bigs on the drop shot. The 2 smallest fish of the day come on the drop shot, but I'm happy to get in the bite because I wasn't getting bit for a minute. The biggest bite I got today was actually on that rattle trap back there, but I lost the fish. No. River tangled this up for real. All right, everybody. Looks like I'm about to get rained out. I wish I would have got out here a little bit earlier. I only had a few hours to get this video done for you guys, but hopefully this can change your perception on how summertime fishing has to be. I caught a ton of fish out here today. It's late August and it's super hot outside, but you don't have to let that lead you to believe that you can't catch them because it's too hot. These fish eat every day, albeit their feeding windows tend to get a little bit shorter, kind of like they do in winter. But hopefully you can take the information I share with you and apply it for the rest of the summer, catch more fish, bigger fish in your area and summers to come. Thanks for everybody for tuning in. And if you have not yet, real quick, if you have not yet liked and subscribed, please like and subscribe. Until next time, everybody, tight line.